Good evening, everybody. It's 9:30 on the East Coast, 6:30 on the West Coast. On a Monday, it must mean it's time for your weekly Claim to Jane live stream. James, how are you doing this evening?
I can't complain. Just did a lot of chores all day and
Yeah,
caught
yeah,
up on some random solving some things on some UI stuff on
nice,
a game I'm working on. But
nice. I've seen this
other than
game.
that,
I won't
doing
say any more. I'm very excited about this. James knows how excited I am about this project that he's working on.
well, sadly, it's the other game because unfortunately, I have two games I'm working on at the same time. The game
Mm-hmm.
that you're excited about, that's going to be tomorrow's chores that I'll be doing.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah. So this other one, I haven't even talked to you about it, but I will soon enough. I'm just trying to get my ducks in a row for this one. But
Mm-hmm.
to keep things brief, I got all the basic functionality of it working. So I'm excited, but again, I never get too excited. But yeah, how are you doing on your side? How's Georgia?
Georgia's fine. The weather's been phenomenal here. It's been sunny but not hot. Katie and I went out and we just sat at one of our favorite breweries and just had
Oh
dinner and
man,
just it was just perfect weather.
yeah,
Anton was digging his way to the South Indian Sea and the turf, because he's a
uh-huh,
dachshund, he likes to
uh-huh,
dig.
yeah,
And yeah, it was a nice, relaxing evening, right? Pretty
cool.
normal, uneventful day at work, followed by a nice, relaxing evening with the best people that you know. It was pretty good.
Mm, nice, cool. Well, I'll roll into what we're working on tonight, and we'll kind of talk about topics of conversation
I feel like
as we go
based on
along.
our setup meeting yesterday, I think we've got a pretty good cadre of things to ruminate about.
Sure. All right, so I'll go into share mode. Uh, let's share my screen. Yep. And I'll kind of go into what we're working on tonight. You'll see I have Calamity Jane's stock library here.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be borrowing from that tonight as I kind of work through kind of putting on, doing another version of Calamity here, doing her sketch and drawing for tonight. Maybe I'll set up her mouth pack and everything. I'll see. I like this pose. She's kind of cute here.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if I really have a pose like that with her. It looks all cutesy like that. I mean, she's
Calamity's,
cool anyway,
yeah, 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 yeah.
but I mean, it kind of naturally,
I mean,
not to
honestly,
not to toot my own horn, but I'm really happy with her
no, no,
design
no. Calamity
anyway.
looks great. Yeah,
So,
I honestly think that the one on the bottom right here
mm-hmm.
is the
Hang on.
closest. Oh yeah, is
Yeah,
the closest to.
yeah.
But yeah, what you're looking at is a pretty unique. What would you say? Was that like sort of a top-down three-quarter
Yeah, a little bit, but
perspective?
but you're absolutely right. Your intuition is correct. Like, and especially if we had a budget and we were trying to get things done on time, I would totally, you're totally right.
Yeah,
This is
just
the
wouldn't
one
do
I'm
a
going to
new
be
pose.
using.
Just change the camera angle to
Yes.
support that pose.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
So what I'm going to be, yeah, this is a great, and in fact, I'll be doing that. Thanks for reminding me, but I will be grabbing this one anyway
Mm-hmm.
to use as a starting point. But yeah, so that's kind of the plan tonight. Is that we work on that and also kind of cleaning up some more Uncle Leon stuff.
Mm-hmm.
There's a couple of sketches here and there that I want to add in. Like right here, he's here, but he is missing right here. I need
Oh
to just
yeah.
zoom here. So
Do a
there's a
quick
couple of
zoom.
little like
Yeah.
straggler type of stuff I'll be working on tonight. And yeah, and anybody who's joining our stream, welcome. This is where Eric and I we hang out and we talk pop culture stuff while we hang out in the writers' room and I animate and we kind of just talk
Mm-hmm.
about animation or whatever else comes to mind. And yes, we have plenty to talk about tonight. I'll bring
Indeed.
some stuff up as
Indeed.
well. But yeah, refresh my memory. What's on top of mind for you?
I mean, I am minutes away from taking on the final boss of Pragmata, so I kind of wanted
Hmm.
to harp on how much I like that game a little bit. I know we talked about it
Yeah, yeah.
last week, but my feelings on it have only grown.
Okay.
So yeah, I kind of wanted to chat about that a little bit.
Hmm.
So I think that was like my main one, but
Okay. I have one more I want to throw at you. I don't know if
yeah.
you caught up yet, so this is spoiler territory, but I was curious if you watched the most recent episode of The Boys.
I
Um,
have not even seen the first episode of this
oh,
season. Yeah,
okay.
I
So we
mean,
got to hold off.
yeah, I haven't even finished Fallout season 2 yet.
Okay.
I'm going to be honest with you, man. The ads on Amazon have gotten too bad.
Oh
Uh
no.
I am
You know
not
us.
yeah, I'm not willing to pay more money to Amazon, you know, to remove ads from something that didn't used to have ads that I already pay money for. It's just
Yep.
it's like I left cable because I hate cable. Why
Yeah.
why are we
Yeah.
why are we
Totally.
doing cable again? It's I'm sorry. So and Amazon without a doubt is the worst of all of them.
Hmm.
And I'm kind of just over it. I'm sorry. Like I stopped watching Fallout because I couldn't take the ads. They were so aggressive, like every 5 minutes. And I'm just like, I can't deal with this anymore.
It's funny. I don't know if my tolerance for bullshit's higher than yours on this stuff for Amazon. I think
Yeah.
maybe because the content is still intriguing enough for me to deal with the pain. But I was talking to another friend of mine over the weekend. Well, actually last week, he was saying the same thing. His tolerance for Prime stuff is
Yeah.
it's too much for me. I guess I don't know what it is. I've still haven't gotten to that threshold where I'm annoyed yet to where,
Mm.
like, to me, the last time when I was watching any content on the high seas, and watching anything, for
Yeah.
example,
Yeah.
that was, that was pretty terrible. The
Yeah.
ads there that were
Yeah.
forced in your throat there. If it gets to that point, then that I'll hit the eject button as well. But you're absolutely, I again, 100% right. Like, it's nonsensical how you pay for something because you wanted to get away from cable, and now you're getting punished for it,
Yeah. I
and the way out of the punishment is to pay more. It's
mhm.
really terrible anti-consumer
I
stuff that's
stopped
going on, and
yeah,
you
oh
know,
go ahead. Yeah. I so
no,
I
that's it.
yeah, I stopped watching it. The point at which the commercials were happening so frequently and the commercial breaks
Ugh,
were so long that I was actually turning on video games and playing
wow,
video games during the commercial breaks. I was like, I can't, no, this isn't worth it. This isn't worth it.
that's bad. If you can actually get away with playing a video game during a commercial break
Yeah.
and get somewhere, and that's pretty
Yeah. I
bad.
just had my
You
Switch on
know,
my lap. Right. And like, I
wow.
was like, I'd play Animal Crossing. Right. And I would
Hmm.
be able to play Animal Crossing long enough during the commercial breaks that I would be able to get something done. And it was the point at which I realized that we're like, no, I'm done with Amazon. So I haven't finished Fallout 2. I haven't watched the new season of The Boys, and I am not willing. Look, $100 a year, I feel like is fine. I just don't
Hmm.
need ads, and so if that's not enough for Amazon, then that's fine. I will utilize their great inventory for their online stores, their free shipping.
Hmm.
That's great. I'm not gonna cancel it for that. Um, but it is not worth commercials on their TV shows, pure and simple.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. And then, I mean, just to rip on the whole streaming platform stuff, Netflix is increasing their price to
yep,
$20 a month.
yep, yep.
Um,
Hulu's raising their prices.
uh,
Yeah, it's
yeah.
just like, and it's just like I can't deal with it anymore. I just don't. I don't need this stuff. And we spend a huge amount of time talking about this. I have so many things to do. Right? I can play
Hmm.
video games. I
Sure.
can read a book. I can go watch a show. I mean, like I have too many things to do.
Hmm.
So give me a reason to not watch Amazon Prime. Give me a reason to not do this because it's just one less thing that I feel like I need to do, right?
Hmm.
And Amazon they've priced themselves out of my attention threshold. It's literally what has happened.
Hmm.
And so, yeah,
Yeah.
so I might get to the boys at some point, but I don't know. Honestly, season 4 was fine.
Uh-huh.
I really didn't like where they took Butcher's character. Really didn't like it.
Okay.
Um, I would have stuck around for season 5 just to see the ending, but not at the rate that they are forcing me to watch commercials at this point.
Mm. Bummer. I was hoping to kind of nerd out with you about this season a little
Yeah.
bit. And this last episode was one where I had a gripe, and I was going to talk to you about it in the writer's room because I had an
Yeah.
issue with, how that goes.
I
Like, I'll
know.
find
Yeah.
something
Yeah.
and I'll go down a rabbit hole, and it's fun to kind of talk to you about it. And then sometimes you can talk me off the ledge, and sometimes
Sometimes it's
you
just like,
don't.
James, I completely agree with you. You're an intelligent
but
person, but I also think you're wrong.
yes, that's fine.
Yeah.
But it's okay. We'll hold off on that stuff, and I'll try to remember. I'll try to bookmark it as to what I felt was the weakest
Okay.
episode of the
All right.
season. That's not a spoiler, but it was the weakest one. Well, weakest one only because, again, I'm a snob. I think writing is really
Oh
important,
yeah.
and when you break things, and you just do stuff, and it just breaks immersion. And why do I believe anything else that you write at this point?
Hmm.
If you keep breaking your own rules about stuff. But again, anyway, we'll move on from that. Let's just go on to
Okay.
something more positive.
All
We'll
right.
talk about
All right.
Pragmata. I know you wanted to rave about this one. You
I
were really enjoying it.
man, I hype on this game enough. Like it was. So Capcom announced it back in 2020.
Hmm.
Uh
Yeah.
and everybody just kind of assumed that they were going to quietly cancel it. And then earlier this year, they released a new trailer and a demo, and everybody's like, "What? This game is still happening?" And then people played the demo and were like, "Actually, this is kind of fun." And then the game came out, and everybody's like losing their mind over it. Justifiably, in my opinion, it's one of the most fun third-person shooters I've played in a long time. The value proposition of the shooting and the sort of the simultaneous mini game that's happening is awesome. And I'm almost at the end now, and I have yet to get tired of that. It is continually engaging because the game continues to add abilities and ways to change how you interact with the hacking mechanic. And so it creates a bit of like a strategy to how you approach it based on the enemy that you're in. Yeah, man, I really dig it. I really, really dig it. I mean, the memes on the internet right now are all about like dads and daughters and things like that. And
Hmm. Yeah, naturally.
I think the story is garbage. I just it's the same old pablin that I don't give a shit about whatsoever. So I don't play it from like an emotional standpoint. I mean, the plot is
Yeah.
unbelievably predictable. I knew exactly what was going to happen 5 seconds into the game. I knew the entire storyline, right? Like that's how
I would have liked to. You know what's
predictable it
funny, Eric?
was.
It would have been funny if you would have texted me the entire plot before you played the game,
Yeah,
just to have a
yeah.
timestamp proof.
Right. Yeah,
That would
I
have been
know. I
funny.
know. I
You
don't.
know,
Yeah, I
it's okay.
know.
Next time.
But
But something to
yeah,
think about. That would be funny to be entertained by that, to
yeah,
see beat by
yeah.
beat if you're how close you were.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, it literally
so
when the big twist happened storyline, I was alone and I literally said to the TV to no one, I was like, "Oh, really?" It was just so bad. It's so badly written.
uh,
But it doesn't matter. Like I don't generally speaking play games for their storylines anyway. So it doesn't
mhm,
I don't really care.
yeah.
But the game loop and the environment that they create, and it's just everything that is what makes a game is top notch. Highly recommend it.
So does the demo do it justice, or is it a slow burn game where you need to actually play past the demo?
I think that the demo represents about the first hour of the game, like what you would experience in the first hour of the game.
Okay.
The shooting doesn't really change that much. Ultimately, you get different styles of guns. You get
Hmm.
a range charge gun, you get a laser beam, you get homing missiles, you get like a distractor gun. There's a ton of different varieties of guns that are super fun, but ultimately it's the shooting is the shooting. What is really interesting is the hacking mechanic. Like the fundamental mechanics of it never change. You're always moving a cursor around a square grid. It's actually not even always square. Sometimes it's like weird shapes, but you get these like upgrades where if you pass through these upgrades while you're moving the cursor around, you'll lower the enemy's defenses, you'll overheat them faster, you'll uh like your hacking attempt will spread to other enemies. There's a ton of different ways you can change your loadout however you want depending on the situation you think you're going to go into. It's super fun and it's super simple, and I think that that's why it works so well. Is it's very easy to understand. The floor for like being able to play the game is very low, um
Hmm.
all things considered. So yeah, I mean, it's just a great time. Like I played through it. I died a couple of times on the
Hmm.
normal difficulty level. It was perfect for me. I felt challenged, but I didn't feel like it was unfair. Like I at most fought a boss 2 times, which is exactly right. Like, I don't mind
Wow.
failing a
Okay.
boss once because I'm learning their patterns, right? But like the next time I go in, I should be able to beat it because I've learned everything I need to know in the first attempt. Great. Now I can go back and beat it. And that has been every boss encounter in the game is that.
So here's
Um,
the thing. Here's the thing, and I always bring this up with you.
yeah.
And it's part of our hypocrisy. We do.
Yeah.
I'm hypocritical about stuff all
Oh,
the
no,
time
no. I love
too.
being a hypocrite.
But yeah, but meanwhile, Capcom makes that Monster Hunter games, and you love those games,
I
and those
do.
game and those bosses, they can one shot kill you at times,
Mm-hmm.
right? So
Mm-hmm.
what is it? Why was your tolerance lower? I mean, sorry, why is your tolerance? Yeah, why is your tolerance lower for Pragmata versus Monsters? Is it because you're conditioned, because you're used to it, and maybe you played it younger, and you're used to just the rinse and repeat method of Monster Hunter versus Pragmata, where you're not going to give it as much rope. Because what if you die 10 times on a boss?
Mm-hmm.
Would you have hit the eject button versus on Monster Hunter? I don't think you would have
I
personally. I just based on
no,
what you told me
you're
about how much you.
100% right. The differences with Monster Hunter,
Mhm.
it is you go on a mission, your mission is fight this boss. That's it.
Okay, sure.
And the bosses are extremely complex with a whole
Hmm.
host of move sets, etc., etc., etc. So
Hmm.
losing 3 and 4 times to a monster in Monster Hunter is a different experience than Pragmata. 80% of action games are navigating your way through a stage, beating the regular enemies,
Hmm.
beating different distributions of enemies in different occasions, exploring the map, uh, finding the secrets, and then occasionally you deal with a boss, right? And that's why I hate bosses in action games because 80% of the game is the stuff that I like to do, and then 20% of the time is a skill check that I have to
Yeah.
pass to
Hmm.
continue doing the stuff that I actually want to be doing in the game, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
Um, and that's what Pragmata is, right? But the bosses in that game are within my tolerance for bosses in
Hmm.
action games.
Hmm.
The
Hmm.
difference is Monster Hunter, the whole game is boss battles. There's
Yeah, it's
no
not intended to. There's no other mini. Yeah, there's small stuff on the side. You can ignore all that
right.
stuff and just find the monster and go
Exactly.
after it. That's
That
yeah,
that
yeah.
is the whole game. And so there
That's the
isn't
level.
right,
Yeah.
there's not a real A to B heuristic that you can run between Monster Hunter
Hmm.
and Pragmata because their design is fundamentally what they're trying to accomplish is fundamentally different, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Um so yeah, I mean that's my answer is that what Monster Hunter is trying to accomplish is different than what Pragmata is trying to accomplish.
Hmm. Hmm.
Uh yeah.
With all that said, do you think that, I mean, it sounds like, I mean, your reviews is very common with a lot of people. People really like in this game. I mean, it feels
Mhm.
like it's almost at a point where do they have a new IP? Did Capcom once again discover a new IP? And here we are
I
looking at another franchise type of game. I don't
if
know.
yeah, I mean if we didn't see this mechanic come back, it would surprise me. Will it come back specifically in like a Pragmata 2? I don't know. But they clearly have keyed into something. The the binary of the shooting simultaneously with this hacking mechanic is extremely compelling, and I
Hmm.
think that Pragmata has definitely proven that. Does that
Hmm.
translate into a sequel? I don't know. But I am 100% certain that this mechanic that they've proven works will show up in another game. Like 100% certain of
Hmm.
that. So yeah, is there going to be Pragmata 2? That I can't say. Will the shooting slash hacking mechanic show up in another game? 100% yes, it will.
Hmm. That's interesting. Like at first I was gonna tell you, like I was thinking, like, well, why does Eric like this game? Because I was thinking about it more from a narrative and content standpoint. You're with a child character, very similar to Kratos and the newest
Yeah,
iterations of God of War. But once you said there was a hacking mechanic, well, then that's when things change because Atreus with Kratos is a little bit
just
different. You're still doing
worthless.
actiony
Just
stuff. Yeah.
absolutely worthless. Just a
Well, I mean,
worthless character who did
oh man,
nothing.
he was great.
Just
You have to just upgrade him.
worthless. Just
Oh
absolutely
man.
worthless
Oh,
character. Did nothing.
oh,
Sat
yeah.
there, complained, explained things that I already knew. Just
Oh
worthless.
man, so hard on that kid. Like as soon as you get about midway through. I mean, so you and I just
Yeah, 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 yeah.
we're
Famously
totally
disagree.
on
We
opposite ends
famously
of
disagree
yeah.
about this game.
On
Yeah.
this one, we disagree. Yeah. Now, originally, I wanted you to play that game only because of the sound design, because I think the
Oh,
sound
it's just
design is
unbelievable.
underrated.
Yeah, unbelievable.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
especially
yeah,
with
yeah, yeah.
3D surround and what
Oh
you
my
have for
God.
a
Yeah.
system.
No, no, no. It
It
was
is worth playing.
amazing.
Yeah, any first party Sony game, they just have it dialed in when it comes to sound, and so
Mm-hmm.
those are reasons alone are reason that's why you play a Sony first party
Mm-hmm.
game. But in defense of Atreus, once you upgrade him a little bit, he's terrific for your ranged attack stuff, and you can just take a breather, let him
I
take stuff out. I mean, all the other stuff like his complaints, but
yeah.
that's the narrative stuff.
So
But
I will
yeah,
say this: the Diana character, the girl character, is annoying because
uh
children characters in video games are annoying, and I hate them, and I wish they wouldn't put children characters in games.
huh,
But in terms of the scale of okay, this is fine, I will deal with this, to Atreus, right? Who is
uh huh,
like absolutely this is actually a game-ending character. I dislike this character and everything he has to say so much that I'm going to stop playing this game because I
yeah,
dislike this character. She's a 1, right? Like the voice actor is perfectly reasonable. The things
mm-hmm,
the character says are perfectly benign.
mm-hmm,
It's very easy to just ignore her character, like it is, frankly, to ignore the main character. Again, the story is worthless, right? It is just stupid, predictable. It exists solely to justify what is happening within the game world, right? And
mm-hmm,
that's
mm-hmm.
fine. Frankly, that's all it needed to be. It didn't need to be
Yeah,
something special.
yeah,
Um, but if Diana were as annoying as Atreus was in God of War, I
uh-huh,
liked the moment to moment gameplay so much that I probably still would have dealt with it.
okay,
I would have fast
but
forwarded through all the cutscenes to minimize the thing
uh-huh,
that she said, but I would have continued on the game. I didn't
okay,
like the core gameplay loop of
yeah,
God
yeah,
of War to, in any capacity, tolerate that character.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And you only played the first one, right? You never played
I didn't play
the second one or
Ragnarok.
anything.
No, no,
After
no. I
that,
didn't. Yeah,
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 yeah, yeah. I was like,
yeah. So you hit the
nope.
jackpot.
I don't need any
Yeah, I'm
more of
done.
this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So meanwhile, on Pragmata, you have a child character again, but none of that stuff got in the way of you playing the game. You were fine. You were able
Which,
to tolerate
yeah, which
her
I was
character, her
expecting
voice.
to be bothered by it, and I
Uh
was
huh.
because children characters are annoying.
Uh huh.
Um, but it was not. It was not. It didn't cross the threshold of I'm going to stop playing this game. Annoying.
Yeah. Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah.
Cool.
So yeah, a hard recommend for me. If they do a sequel, it would be great if they didn't do a child character. If they did some other schema. Um,
Yeah.
but even if they brought that character back, I would be okay with it because
Uh huh.
the moment to moment gameplay is extremely compelling.
The main character, you as a player, he seemed pretty generic to me. It didn't
Yeah,
seem like
yeah,
there's
yeah.
anything
I mean,
special about
his
him at
name is
all.
Hugh, for God's sake. It's just sort of you
It's like,
could
is
have
there anything to latch onto for the main
no, there's
character? You know?
nothing to latch onto these characters. They are meaningless avatars, right?
Okay. All right.
Yeah, so don't, I mean, if you're coming into this game for the narrative, don't. It's a really bad
But
idea.
up here, I mean, people are eating up the narrative, and that's where you're getting all the dad stuff and everything.
Yeah,
Some
I
people.
think it's mostly jokes more than anything else. I don't think
Oh, okay.
people, yeah, I think it's just because this kind of dynamic. The only time we've really seen this dynamic in games is Last of Us, and Last of Us is a fucking buzzkill from beginning to end, right?
Oh man, Eric. Yeah.
Yeah,
Again, we disagree on this one too. I love Last of Us,
yeah,
one of my
yeah.
favorite narrative games. But again, yeah, we've gone through this before. Man, what a great game. That
But
one actually got me in the feels, towards the end. Last of Us
yeah,
2, that's a whole other
yeah, yeah,
story,
yeah,
but
yeah,
that
yeah.
one's very divisive anyway, even online. People I feel like that game was like a 50-50. People hated it or loved it.
Yeah.
Whereas Last of Us 1, I think for the most part, I think most people liked it except for you and like maybe three
And
other
four
people.
other people, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. But
Yeah. I maybe it's just my cold dead heart. I don't I don't think that
no,
there's
I mean,
an ounce of paternal instinct inside of me. I've never desired
Yeah.
to have a child. It's never anything that I pursued. Like if I found myself, if I woke up tomorrow and found myself a dad, I'd be like, okay, I can manage this, but it's not something I've ever sought out. You
It's
know,
just another chore for you.
it would just be another
Like, yeah.
chore for me. Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Um, and so there isn't like, there's no heartstrings for me to pull, right?
Hmm.
I
Yeah.
just, I have zero paternal instinct. And
Yeah.
so any sort of affection that you could draw from the relationship between Hugh and Diana or Joel and Ellie,
Hmm.
I don't feel. It's just like
Yeah.
it doesn't mean anything to me, right?
We'll stop going down this whole psychoanalysis of your game playing habits, but it does make me wonder. It makes me curious. Have you ever felt any of the feels for any video game where that got you in the feels and brought a tear
Sure,
to your eye? See,
sure.
now it makes me wonder. Like, I think you just approach video games with a different mindset. It
The
feels like,
answer is
where,
very few. Um,
yeah,
uh, BioShock got me in the different kind of feels,
huh?
and that like I was angry in a pleasant way that they had fooled me so completely, that I had been playing this pawn the whole time, and how sort of meta the story was, that the character was a pawn of these evil figures, and by extension you were the pawn because you were following all of the rules, all of the objectives that these evil characters are giving you. I don't know. That got me, right? Like that impacted me hugely. It was one of the best twists in a video game story I've ever encountered.
Hmm.
Um, but no, I mean, I think the answer is no. Uh,
Yeah,
I can't. Maybe if we spent a half hour going through games, I could, like, oh
you probably find
yeah,
something. Yeah,
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 but off the top of my head,
hmm,
no. Games just don't impact me that way. They're not.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
for me. Games aren't a storytelling medium.
hmm,
They are at best entertaining, and at worst a waste of time. But what they are never is moving to me.
yeah. Hmm.
Yeah.
Um, So speaking of movie, I don't know if you have any more you want us to talk about with Pragmata, but I have
Mm.
another topic to bring up as well.
No, no, yeah, yeah, go for it.
I don't know if you've seen the new Street Fighter 2 trailer.
I don't know what to think about this movie, man. I
Okay.
simultaneously, like, this could be the greatest thing ever, or it could be literally the worst thing ever. I
It
am
is hard to
of
say.
really of two minds about this movie.
Yeah, and then the same thing with, I mean, since we're on the topic of trailers, what about Mortal Kombat 2?
Same,
Same,
100% the
right?
same. I love Carl Urban and Johnny Cage.
Yeah.
It could
Yeah.
be amazing, or it could literally be the worst thing ever. And I
I
have
will.
no idea what it is.
I just wish Van Damme was younger so he could play Johnny Cage. And
That would have been
that's
interesting.
that's
Yeah.
that would have been my favorite casting for him, but
Yeah. Well,
for
given
that
that Johnny
role,
Cage was supposed to be Jean-Claude Van Damme.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So I mean, that's always what I thought about whenever I played it in the arcades. But we don't have that kind of guy now at all. So yeah, Carl Urban should be interesting to watch. I mean, he's definitely a different take of Johnny Cage.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, but
And
I
he's
feel like
one
with
of my
Mortal
favorite
Kombat
actors.
2,
So, like, you
yeah,
know.
yeah, same, the same. He's right up there. And which is a bummer. I wish that you could get past the commercials to watch The Boys so we could kind of talk more about his stuff going on in that.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah, for this movie, I think it's gonna be fun. I think he'll do a good job. It's hard to kind of gauge how the movie's gonna
Y-
go. Is it gonna take itself too seriously, or is it gonna
You know,
be tongue in cheek? It's sort of little bit of middle ground for
yeah.
that movie.
I think the worst thing that either one of those movies could be is middling. I think
Uh
that if
huh.
they're incredibly good or incredibly bad, they will be remembered. But if you
Yeah.
come out of that movie and you just go, yeah, it's fine, then it is
Yeah. That's not what you
completely
want. Yeah.
failed, right?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I want to come out of either one of those movies and go, oh my god, that was the worst thing ever, or oh my god, that was
Yeah.
the best thing ever. As long as
Yeah.
those are one of the two feelings that I come away with, then
Hmm.
great. Like I'm happy with that, right? My
Yeah,
biggest
yeah,
fear is walking out of those movies feeling nonplussed, right?
yeah, yeah.
I don't mind being Street Fighter being mad because I'll be able to laugh at it and
Hmm.
enjoy it in that context, right? Same with Mortal Kombat 2.
Yeah.
I don't want to be in the theater just looking at my watch waiting for it to be over because it's so bland. Like
Yeah,
that's what
yeah.
I don't want.
Sure,
But
sure.
I definitely want to
Um,
see both of those in theaters. Like those are movies that I'm absolutely
yeah,
going to
you
go
need
watch in
to.
theaters.
Absolutely, 100%. Yeah, 100% agree with you on that too. Yeah. You need to see it with all the stereo sound, everything. I mean, those are
Mm-hmm.
definitely movie worthy because you need to see the spectacle of it. You're not gonna get it from your
Mm-mm.
TV.
Mm-mm.
Um, yeah, I do like the casting for Ryu and Ken. I thought they
Mm-hmm.
both were. They were. I mean, the casting overall looks great.
I mean, 50 Cent
Um,
as
yeah,
Balrog, like
as
that was like
Balrog is.
inspired. Like that was, and and this is the thing that confuses me because I think casting Dennis Dalmakian as Bison is almost an homage to
I feel the same
as
way. Yeah,
as Raul Julia as M
yeah,
Bison.
yeah. It is. It's like a weird thing. Like, is it maybe they're geniuses and they
Yeah,
because Raul Julia to this, like as much as I didn't like Street Fighter, with
yeah,
Van Damme,
yeah. I mean, it was.
Raul Julia, he did a great
I
job.
mean, he chewed the scenery to the. I mean, he was the best part of that movie,
Yes,
right?
he was. Yeah, yeah,
And and like obviously within the canon of the game, M Bison is this huge, imposing, indestructible figure, right? And
yeah,
then they cast Dennis Dalmakian to play M Bison. You're like, okay, well, you're obviously paying homage to Raul Julia in the first movie, right? and
yeah.
and so it's like I just get the sense that the guy who or the guys the people who are making this movie, I don't know, I want to believe that they get it, like they know the borderline between action and camp that makes Street Fighter so amazing,
Hmm.
right?
Hmm.
um so we'll see, I guess. But yeah, that's my hope.
Yeah, I'm cautiously optimistic for this movie. I do like the casting. I was really hoping. I don't know if you saw Sagat. I didn't see Sagat in it. I was really curious to see because they went down the whole. They pretty much have everybody in there, but I don't
Yeah,
remember seeing Sagat.
off the top of my head
You
I don't
know.
remember either. No. Yeah.
And then going back to the original movie, I think it was Wes Studi that played
Yes,
Sagat.
I think you're right. But he was also
Yeah,
disappointing because he played like
yeah,
a fights a coordinator. And I'm like, what?
yeah.
No,
It
he's
wasn't
like
the
a
same.
Muay Thai genius, like
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
whose
yeah,
hubris gets the better of him and he finds himself in the thrall of a greater power, right? Like he's like the epic kind of fallen hero kind of character.
yeah. Hmm.
And then like in the original movie, he's just, a fights events coordinator, but whatever.
Yeah, yeah. It was kind of a bummer.
That movie has its
So
own,
yeah,
like in retrospect, in the clarity of hindsight. I mean, shit, man. You get a couple of brews, you get some friends over.
yeah,
It's a
yeah,
great movie to laugh at, right? I
yeah.
mean,
It is. It is.
because it was, you watch
Um,
it and you know that it was done in earnest. You know that they were trying to make a badass action movie based off of one of everybody's favorite fighting game franchises, right?
mhm, mhm.
And just missed the mark completely at every level. But there is entertainment in that, right?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I feel like it could be. It's hard to gauge right now because we've had some like video game movies were kind of tossed by the wayside for a long time, right?
Uh
We've
huh.
had the past 20, 30 years of them doing B plus efforts for movies. Very similar. It feels like the same, not exactly like a parallel, but they kind of rhyme with how comic book movies were kind of the same way. They were always trying, and they were at the try hard phase. Then they all of a sudden like Spawn came out, and then I
Mm.
mean Batman kind of really, the first Batman with Tim Burton, like really set the bar. But then they kept trying again, and they never got there. Then the MCU kind of happened, Iron Man happened, and then after that it was off to the races. And now we're at the other part of it where now the roller coaster is with the top of it. Now it's coming down, and who knows what happens. I think with video games, movies, it's kind of going to the same thing, but we're seeing with animation, with the Mario movies, for
Mm-hmm.
example, You know, those are the most recent ones I could think of actually. But it feels like they might be that might be the Iron Man timeline for video game movies. And then are we seeing Street Fighter 2 and Mortal Kombat 2 kind of carry on that same trajectory going up a little bit? It kind of feels like it to me, but I
Yeah.
don't know. I feel like there's a lot and there's enough sophistication now with talent of the talent they're getting to do the movies that we are going to see kind of a nice little, you know, treatment for video game stories and stuff like that. I mean, I don't know. I'm hoping. Again, I'm being more optimistic than anything, but
Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree. I guess we'll see. I I think the Street Fighter will be fun, but
mhm,
forgettable. My fear is that Mortal Kombat 2 is just going to be awful. Like that is where I'm at right now. I think Street
mhm,
Fighter 2 will be fun but forgettable, and Mortal Kombat 2 will be terrible.
mhm, mhm.
That's yeah. So we'll see. I will go
Yeah, I mean,
watch
as far
both of
as
them in theaters, but that is my current guess.
yeah, yeah. I mean, I hope for the best. We'll see. Did you catch who is playing Blanca in Street Fighter 2?
Jason Momoa, great
Okay, like
casting.
they gave.
Yeah,
I was like, I think that's Jason Momoa. I didn't see. I didn't. I was too lazy to look it up. But is that
yeah.
really Jason
It is
Momoa?
Jason Momoa.
Wow,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
man, that's really cool. And I know you're not. I know you're anti comic book movies these days, but I am excited about seeing him play Lobo in the Supergirl movie. I think
Yeah.
that's gonna be a lot of fun. He is perfect casting for that, and I guess it'll work for Blanca. I mean, you can get any kind of rage actor guy to play Blanca that's kind of big and bulky, and he's the first guy I think of for that too. So I think he's just happens to be in the cosmic right in the universe to get these roles that are just being written for him for
Mm-hmm.
Hollywood.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I mean, but for Lobo, I think he's perfect.
No, I don't. I
I
literally don't know who else I think you could cast for that character. I mean,
Yeah, yeah,
Jason Momoa, if he does poorly at Lobo, I'm like, well, then you're not an actor because this was literally the role that was
yeah.
built for you. Yeah.
I have a feeling he'll be just fine with that
No, I think it'll
role.
be
I think
great.
it's right up his alley.
It's a. I probably won't go see it unless
Uh
someone
huh.
says like, "Hey, let's go see this." Then I'll go with them, but I'm not going to go see that on my own accord.
Hmm.
Um, but I kind of want it to be a hit because if it is, I feel like it's almost guaranteed that there's going to be a Lobo spinoff movie,
And then you're down
and
for that.
that I would watch. Yeah, yeah,
Did you happen to see the Superman, James Gunn Superman, all that stuff? You didn't? Did you see
yeah.
those
I
or
saw
no?
it. It was fine.
Just fine.
It was
Yeah.
forgettable for me. I mean, was it
Yeah.
like as a film the best Superman movie? Yeah, but was it a good movie? No. Um, but I also like I don't like James Gunn. I think he's kind of a one note. Um,
Yeah.
but what I did appreciate though, whether this was intentional or not is irrelevant. But the actual protagonist of that movie was Lex Luthor,
Uh huh.
played brilliantly by Nick Holt, in my opinion.
He
I
did a
mean, he
great
was
job. Yeah.
100% the best part of that entire movie.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, I have a soft spot for Gene Hackman as Lex Luthor, but that's really you're going kind of slapstick,
yeah,
an
yeah, yeah,
abstraction of Lex
very
Luthor, and it's more,
campy. Yeah,
it's very
yeah.
camp. Yeah, camp is a perfect word. And so, and as a kid, I see it, so I have nostalgia glasses on for that. I think Holt
No, he
is
yeah,
Lex Luthor.
uh,
He was
just
terrific.
phenomenal. Yeah, I just
Yeah.
yeah, he was he played like the who Lex Luthor is, this genius who is been absolutely corrupted by his own kind of insecurities and biases, and
Hmm.
Superman embodies all of the things, the only things that he is afraid of, right? Like because Luthor ultimately the only things he fears are the things that could reduce his power and standing in the world, right?
Hmm.
He
Hmm.
and that's the reason why he hates Superman. Um is that Superman represents a threat to his own power. Not that he has any problem with Superman beyond that, right? And I thought Nick Hulk did a great job of bringing that sort of like xenophobia by proxy to the character.
Hmm.
Um,
Hmm.
so yeah, no, he was the best part of that movie. Everything else was adequate, in my opinion.
My Superman fandom, it kind of goes back. He goes back a little ways, and I always felt like Lex Luthor was at his best when there was some sort of way of saying that he's the better savior for mankind, not
Mm-hmm.
Superman. That
Mm-hmm.
like that kind of theme, that through line, versus just being I'm rich and I'm gonna,
Right. Right.
that version of him is kind of boring. But when you add a little line where he thinks he knows best, and there's some sort of like maniacal streak to wanting to prove that, that's what makes him that's what
Mm-hmm.
makes him great. When he's written that way, I felt like he was in this movie. Um, it's a much more compelling villain.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
To watch. Yeah, but yeah, I enjoyed it, and so I'm enjoying the James Gunn spin-off of movies. You know, with Lobo and him adding crypto in. I thought that was silly and fun, and kind of adds a
Yeah,
campiness to it.
I
So you don't take it
agree.
too
Yeah,
seriously.
I did think it was
You
silly and
know.
fun. I thought I was going to hate it, and I didn't actually.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah. Um, but in general, yeah, plenty to look forward to in a few months, I guess. But Supergirl, I don't know when the release date for Supergirl is. Are these all
Yeah.
summer movies?
I think so.
Okay.
June. Yeah.
Okay.
June
Yeah.
26th. So it's a little ways off.
Hmm.
Again, I probably won't see it of my own accord because I am still on my passive
Sure. Anti-comic book,
moratorium,
right?
yeah, on superhero movies. But like, if someone says, "Hey, let's go see this movie," I mean, I don't.
You're
My
down. Yeah.
overarching policy is I don't say no to someone saying, "Let's go see a movie." So
Yeah.
if someone
Yeah.
wants to go see it, I will absolutely go see it.
Cool.
But yeah, but
Cool. Well, I think we're at a pretty good spot. I'm doing
okay,
this last little shot here. But other than that, I think we're in good shape for tonight.
okay, that sounds good. Well, if that's the case, then we'll go ahead and start calling it there. Anybody who's watching now or in the future, if you head on over to calamityjane.rocks, that'll take you to our Patreon site. We run it. Any money that you help us with, that goes towards us being able to continue to do this on the side. So we really appreciate it. Right now, what you'll get if you subscribe is background stuff or special stuff, right? Little bit of inside baseball with the show, but as we build more momentum towards it, we'll expand those kind of benefits of being a Patreon and or patron. And anyway, obviously you're watching it, so we're on YouTube and Facebook, and we also have an Instagram at Calamity Jane Salamander. Just another place to get updates about the cartoon and what we're doing. But in the meantime, let me check my calendar, make sure that let's see here. Next week. Yes, reason why I won't be here next week. Same with you, James, on the 4th.
Yep. Yep. Yeah. Plan on being here, and we'll just do more Calamity Jane stuff for
Excellent.
sure.
All right. Well, until then, have a great night, everybody. Stay safe out there, and we'll see you next week. Good night.
Good night.